Hello and welcome to Opinions Plus. The Supreme Court. What happened to honor? What happened to integrity? What happened to the judicial mandate to protect and serve? What happened to these people? Is it just power, money, trips? What happened? To hear arguments now to push Trump's trial down the road to support some political end. Yeah, I know it should have been done earlier. I know that, Garland and the DOJ and all that, they should have done their job better. But they didn't. And Supreme Court has to deal with that kind of stuff. That's why they're paid the big bucks. That's why they have the responsibility. Lifetime terms? What the heck? What kind of thinking goes into that? Everybody talks about, term limits and all that. And here's these guys, they can sit on the bench forever. All these federal judges. What a con. So anyway, can't do much about it except vote for people of integrity to come in and do their job. That's the only thing we can do. We have to vote. But we also have to recognize that there is an element, a major element in these people that is lacking, and that's integrity. I don't know the rest of it. I don't know all the 9 justices. I don't know how they all voted on this or whatever. But the fact is that they did. That they pushed the thing down the road, which even in my limited understanding of the political, environment, if you want to call it that, that certainly was a possibility. I knew that. It was just a way to do business. But they're supposed to be above that, and they're not. They lied when they had their confirmation hearings, those last 3 judges. They lied right out, straight out. I'm going to support Roe because, it's law, it's been on the books for 50 years, we're not going to delve into it. They lied. They just plain out lied. But nobody holds these people accountable because they can't. They're lifetime appointees. The Senate confirmation hearings, this is where we have to use our vote because these people need to be held accountable. How do we do that? Well, you have to try to vote people in of character, and they're just not. I don't care what their particular beliefs are in, whether it's spiritual or whatever it is. That doesn't matter. We're not talking about a spiritual reformation here. We're talking about following the laws of the United States of America. And they're just not doing it. And it's not the first time. I've said it before in another clip. The Supreme Court has not shown its supremacy. They're the ones that said that, black Americans weren't even Americans. They were 3/5 human. Where the hell did that come from? These are good, upstanding political people. People of education, prestige, religious conviction. I'm sorry, they don't show it. They haven't shown it in the past. Not all justices are that way, don't get me wrong. And I don't know the hearts, I think it was the Green Lantern that said, what evil lurks in the hearts of men. Well, you just don't know. You just don't know. But you try. These people have to try to be better. And they're not even trying, it seems. They don't even elevate themselves to the common Joe out in the street. We, the people, have a higher level of integrity in our dealings with each other than they do. They're corrupted. Power corrupts. Ultimate power corrupts absolutely. And it just does. Or was it absolute power corrupts absolutely? But power corrupts. Bottom line, I don't care whether it's absolute or whatever it is. Money, prestige, power. Look at what the hell's going on here in this country today. We're seeing it black and white, and that's not racist talk. That's just legitimate understanding that it's clear as a bell. There are problems here. And it's money, it's resource, it's the way, the economy is when so few people have so much money. They have so much power. This, economic diversity is just horrible. And it's going to get worse. It's not going to get better. So we really have to try, voice your concerns if you have them. At least within your families or within, if the conversation comes up, speak to it. Talk about it. Ask for integrity. Not just accept this baloney. And this Trump business with the riches and, playing into the popularism. Why people believe that this man is a populist has been beyond me. He has no populist heart except the vote that he wants. And that's just the way it is. So, everybody makes their own determination. There's no doubt about that. That's what a democracy is all about. Good, bad, and indifferent. You get the good, you get the bad, and you hope and pray you live through it in the good times. That's what we have to do. Well, you have to do something within yourselves and in your mind and into your heart to do better, to elevate, to have, better standards. Better standards, because the people in the upper echelons are not living to those standards. Some are. Some seem to be anyway. Can you know for sure? Of course not. How do you know? You don't even know what your neighbor's doing. How are you going to know what the heck they're doing? But the results, the statements, the way people present themselves, all these things are clear indicators. Look at it, sense it, and don't be this partisan stuff. This is wrong. Just because you're a Republican, you got to do this. That Mitch McConnell guy walking out now, come on. Where is the leadership? Where is the integrity? Where is the level of commitment to the country? That's what they're sworn to uphold, the Constitution of this United States, not of Russia, this country. It's pathetic. And that last, pushing this Trump trial down the road, that's just a con. They don't have to hear Trump's statements. They already heard it in the one effort to say, okay, you can kill your political rivals if you want. Go ahead. That's fine. Be a Putin. Because we love Putin, don't we? They don't even know what Putin's all about. Most people don't even know what he's done. Just like Stalin. Stalin killed 25 million Russians, and the Russians loved the guy. Go figure, huh? Go figure. Anyway, think about it, talk about it, understand it, but I had to say something about it. And this is foundational. This is foundational. It's integrity, it's honor, it's justice. That's what we're all about. Have a better society, a better world. Communicate freely, honorably, decently. Not pretend that this is all just persecution stuff. because it's not. If the guy commits a crime, he commits the crime. Let the jury, the grand juries have indicted this guy, and yet the Supreme Court pushes it down the road. Our peers, people, you and me, who's sitting on these in these grand juries, make the decision. Not the political hacks. Yes, they have influence. Of course they do. That's how they get indictments. But there's evidence. They don't, the grand juries don't indict everybody that comes along. But they indicted this guy, Trump. Understand that. The system's not fair. It's not respectful of all people. But it is what it is. And it's up to us to make it function. To help it to function. Not make it function, but help it to function. By our attitudes, by our approach, by our determination to have a better system. To speak about it, talk about it. This stuff hurts me. I didn't fight a war against communism to have Putin win the war and propaganda. It's not right. It's not right. People know it. Don't listen to this baloney. Follow your heart. And if your heart leads you to Putin, well, that's where your heart leads you. But I don't think it would lead you there. Not as an American who understands and who uses these words, communism and all this stuff, and yet they love the guy. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I can't explain it. I don't know it. It just happens. But we all have to fight for honor and integrity in our authorities. If there is any left, we have to make it as best we can, because it's an unfair playing field. It's just not fair to everybody. But we can make it better with people who appreciate the value of character, of honor, of integrity, of justice. Thanks for listening. If you like what you hear, subscribe and push it on down the road if you would like. If you think it has some value to someone, comment. Always comment. Hit the like button for whatever it does. And thanks for listening. Have a good day. Let's go for the good. Keep hope alive. Go for the good. That's all we can do. And, I'm not the most, I don't pretend to be the person of the highest integrity and honor and decency and awareness of justice in the American way. But I see it. When I see it, I know it. And I don't see it. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.